Welcome back to my channel. And today, all right, let's go. Welcome back to my channel, the business nails, jewels, nails, backyard jewels, and all the other things. And today we are going to be talking about a serious topic. Now, I know a lot of times nail techs, they don't talk about this, but I am going to be talking about this today for you. All right. So I hope a lot of people don't get offended by this, because I do have a lot of people watching this channel that are clients, but I'm going to tell you like it is, and I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. And we are going to get to the nitty gritty of this problem that has been plaguing nail techs for a long time. All right. So today I am going to talk about how to deal with crazy, bad, miserable clients. Okay, so keep on watching. If this is content you like and you think that this is going to give you value to your life, like and subscribe and keep watching my other videos. And let's get into this drama of dealing with crazy nail clients. Now, I know a lot of times as nail tech, we try to keep the peace and we try to just do our jobs, but sometimes it's hard dealing with clients who are very disturbing. These clients are disturbing because of their personality. It doesn't mean that the nail tech that you did anything, but maybe they just woke up on the wrong side of the bed and they just decided to disturb you because of, I don't know. All right, so just let's get into this video so I can tell you how to deal with these crazy nail clients. Now, the first thing you need to do when dealing with these crazy nail clients is first not to book these crazy clients. All right, so it depends on how your booking situation is set up. For me, I don't know how or who's gonna come. I just have to deal with these crazy people. But at the end of the day, not all the clients are crazy, because I have beautiful, nice, lovely, generous, kind clients. But I've had a few crazy clients in the past, and this is a strategy how you can deal with them. Now, if you're not booking online and you don't really, and you could figure out who comes to your appointments, this is a strategy you can use. The first thing you do when they contact you, if they have an Instagram or Facebook, or they Instagram message you, or however you got the clients, you can also go ahead and you can search their profile, right? You can't judge a book by the cover, but at the same time, you can judge a book by the stuff they write on their wall. So if they're too drama friendly and they have a lot of chaos going on and they're cussing out people, just expect some problems. So if this client should come for an appointment, you already put your guard up, low key. You're going to be the nicest you can be, the most professional you can be, but keep your guard up. So just in case anything should pop off in the beginning, you nip it in the bud right away. Don't even let that thing prolong longer than it should. You nip it right in the bud before you even get the acrylic on the nail. All right, that is the best way to deal with crazy clients. You stop it before you even start, because if they're crazy in the beginning, it's not going to end well. Because once they come with an attitude and you're feeling like, okay, my vibe is not going to vibe with this person vibe, and you are feeling uncomfortable in your own space, then that is not money that you need. Okay, not all money is good money, and if it's not good money, then you don't need it, because that bad money in your pocket is going to put a hole in your pocket, because it's going to put a hole in your mind, it's going to put a hole in your heart, and you're going to be stressed out when this client leave. And especially if you are a busy nail tech and you have a lot of people, some of that bad stuff that kind of rubbed off on that client and that situation you had is going to put you in a bad mood, and then you are going to be in a bad mood for the rest of the clients you have to do, which these other clients didn't do nothing to you. But because of this one client put you in such a bad mood, now you're mean to everybody else. And that should never happen. All right. Because these other people did nothing to you. All right. Now, when the clients come, I need you to listen. Okay. Do less talking and listen. I need you to use your ear, and I need you to listen. Listen carefully to see if they mention anything about a previous nail tech. All right. If they mentioned anything about a previous nail tech and they are dogging this nail tech out, then be wary of saying anything. Don't never say anything bad about another nail tech. You can listen, but do not put in your 2 cents, because the same thing you're going to say about this nail tech is the same thing this client is going to go back when they go back to that nail tech, because they have a problem with you, and they are going to talk about you with that nail tech like a dog. Like a dog. Okay, so just listen. Now, if they have an issue with another nail tech, they might just be a client that have issue with all nail techs. I've had a client told me one time that When she go to the hairdresser just give her the comb. And she was a hard client for me. Like, she was really, really hard. So if she tells me that, I'm listening like, okay, if you go to your hairdresser and she have to give you the comb, then what is it telling me about your personality? What is it saying about you that you are a troubled client? And if you are a troubled client, you're going to disturb me, and I don't want to be doing your nails. All right. So sometimes it's hard and you can't find the words to say to these clients because they're in front of you. They already paid their deposit, but you can tell it's going to be problems. So what do I do? Jules, what do I do? Okay, she already paid me her money. She's sitting in front of me. How can I tell her to leave? Like, I don't have the heart to tell her to leave. Now, some nail techs, they'll tell you to leave. And they won't give two shit. They will try to fight you too. But some nail techs, they try to be professional and they'll have a hard time. And those are the nail techs that sometimes clients prey on, especially bad clients like that one I just told you about. All right. So she tried to prey on me because she thought I was the weakest link. Now, she might think I'm the weakest link because my persona and how she perceives me to be. But really and truly, I am not the weakest link because I have sides to me that she does not know about. And sometimes you have to utilize the other side of you, but in a other way. You have to learn how to deal with clients by learning good customer service. You cannot give a client what they want and still have them calm. All right. But you have to know how to do it. If you see you have a client to where you're putting on the nails and they're saying, oh, the nails are lean, that's a red flag. If you fix the problem and you put on the acrylic and they say, oh, the acrylic is too lumpy, that's another problem. Now, they've seen your work. A lot of times when clients book for you, they see what you could do and they book the appointment because number one, you're either cheaper than everybody else. Number two, you're available when nobody else is. Or number three, they like your work and they want, you to give them some Mama's nails. But because they are so controlling and they want to control everything in the environment, it puts, you and them in a bad situation. They want what they want and you can only give them what you can give them. All right. And sometimes if they just relax, they'll get what they want, but they don't know because they don't trust the process. Right. So you have to reiterate to your client that, hey, this is not going to look like that when I'm done. Okay. This ombre is going to be nice. Or, this French is not going to look crazy like this. It's going to be nice. You have to reiterate and tell them it's going to be okay. You're here for a reason. You trust me. And that's why you booked this appointment. All right. So even if they're getting a little rowdy, sometimes you have to hold them by the hands, right? And give them that firm hold, that hold like, okay, don't let me slap you. I'm going to need you to relax. Yeah, you're going to give them that firm hold their hands and say, listen, it's going to be all right. It's not going to look like this. I'm going to take care of the problem. Always tell them you're going to take care of the problem. All right. And that way you could calm them down and get them in a mood where they are relaxed. If they're angry and you are angry, it's not going to make sense. It's going to be a fight. Okay. It's going to be a power fight or a power struggle because this is your place, your establishment. They are the client. You want to kick them out. But at the same time, you probably don't know how to kick them out, or you're going to feel bad that you kick them out, right? So you don't want to be in a situation either. So what you do, you try to control the narrative. It's just like customer service. When you don't call customer service because you're happy, who calls customer service? You call customer service when you have a problem. So they are trained to take care of your problem, right? You ever be real angry and you call customer service and you be so mad, and then they're just so calm and they take care of you to where you feel bad afterwards. And that's psychologically what you have to do to bad clients. You have to psychologically. So they sit down and, they let you control the narrative of what you need to do so they can have a good nail service. All right. So we're going to try to psychologically control the narrative by giving them what they want. Right. But at the same time, you have to know the difference between giving them what they want and giving them what you can do. All right. So in a situation like that where the clients say the nails are lean and the nails aren't lean, fix it, get it over with. All right. Now the acrylic, if you say it's too lumpy, drill it down, fix it. Now, if the client started having more than two problems in the beginning, then right there you stop it and you nip it in the bud and you tell them this: I'm not trying to come off mean, I'm not trying to come off rude, but I have the right to refuse any service, and I do not have a problem to give your deposit back. Now, in this situation, that is not something I want to do, because I do appreciate you booking me, and I do appreciate you as being a client. But because if you having so much issues with me doing your nails, I don't think for me to complete this, you are going to be satisfied, and I am more than willing to give you back your deposit. Now, you might not say it like that, but the concept to it is you could kind of say it like that. Not the exact word for word, but say it in that context to where they get a few things. Number one, you have the right to refuse their service. Number two, you don't want to refuse their service, but if they don't stop doing what they're doing, you have no choice but to refuse their service. And last but not least, you do not mind giving them their money because you don't need the stress. So once you say those things to them, they'll let you know. You say it in the beginning. You don't say this in the end when you already put the acrylic on and this and that, because now they're thinking they could get free nails, which is not going to happen, because now you don't use up all your tools and all this stuff. It's time for you to look for your shoe. Right? And now all the professionalism just went through the door, and now you're going to get in ghetto mood, ghetto vibe, because you know what? I'm not going to do your nails for free. Some clients, they do that. They want free nails. Right? And I know some nail techs, that's not going to fly, because not only are you using products, you are wasting your time. And not only that, you're giving away your peace of mind by just being agitated from somebody who wants to disrespect you in your own space. Right? So let's continue in the video, and I can tell you more how to deal with these crazy clients. Now, when these clients book, sometimes maybe if you're taking phone appointments, you got to listen carefully. The key to finding these clients is to listen. Okay, so when they call you and they're trying to explain exactly what they want, you listen. If they sound like they are extremely confused or overly picky, right, then you have to nip it in the bud from the phone call before the appointment is even made. Right? You have to nip it in the bud and say, hey, this is how I do this. This is how the ombre nail looks. It does not come with designs. You get 2 colors. If you decide to choose 3 colors, you are going to be paying extra. If you do not know what you want, I offer a freestyle, but this is left entirely up to the nail technician. If you know exactly what you want, then come prepared to pay extra. Now, when you start talking about paying extra, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. So if they are a problem, they're not going to book. They're going to go somewhere else, because they know that you mean business and you are not about the games. And once you put your foot down from that, if they don't book, then guess what? You just missed a crazy client. But if they booked, then you stick to your guns. You stick to your rules and you go by that. Like, you have to be, you have to put yourself into strict mode. Kind of like a parent. Like, it's a time when you're happy with your kids and everything's jolly and you let them slide, but then it's a time where you have to be in strict mode, right? So a lot of times if you go to a nail tech and she's in strict mode, it's because of the conversation you probably had with her on the phone about what you want. You're indecisive, and she's just not playing games with you today. She don't feel like playing games with you, and if you don't like it, you could just go somewhere else. So if you go to a nail tech and she is in like that kind of mode, then your best option, just lay low and trust the process. All right, so keep watching. Now, a lot of times where a lot of nail techs go wrong and they have issues with clients, they don't list everything on their booking site, right? You have to list your rules and regulations on your booking sites. Now, sometimes that definitely can deter people from booking with you, which could be a bad thing, but it could also be a good thing, because if you deter certain people, then the people who want to follow your rules, then those are going to be your clients, right? And if you have people that want to follow your rules being your client, then you're going to have a good time. You're going to enjoy doing that person's hair, or you're going to enjoy doing that person's nail, because they're willing to abide by your rule. Now, the ones who aren't willing to abide by your rule, they're not going to even book. So that's why it's good to even have a booking site, a place where you can put your rules and regulation. Now, sometimes I go on these sites, I'm not judging anybody, but when I read the rules and regulation, I wouldn't book, because it's too much, right? But I know nail techs do this because of circumstances, because when you have a bad client, they make you put things on your booking site you would not normally book for future. Right? If you should ever encounter this problem again, you are making it known that, listen, if you come 2 hours late, you're losing your deposit. Okay. So you need to list out your consequences, right? So not only just your rules, but you need to list out your consequences. So for example, an example of this would be coming late. You know, their appointment is 10 o'clock and they'll call you, hey, it's 10:30, I'm stuck in traffic. I don't want to hear that. You should have already been on your way. Traffic has nothing to do with me. You know what my response is going to be? Okay, no problem. It's just a small late fee of $20. Once they hear that $20, they'll tell you, hey, I'm outside. That's how you get them. But if you put it in your rules beforehand while they are reading the booking site and they see late fee after 15 minutes is $20, you will never get that phone call about them being stuck in traffic. Because they won't even call you. They'll just come that 15 minutes and just hand you your $20. And hey, it's all right. I could take $20 for you being late. I'm not going to be mad. Right? So the best way to avoid crazy clients is to list your rules up front and the consequences. Normally the consequences is in cash, and nobody want to pay extra for stuff that they are not even getting done. Right? Because everybody's trying to save money. I've not had no show, no calls for a long time. Why? Because when I take appointments, everybody pays a deposit. If I let a person slide and not pay a deposit, 9 out of 10 times that person is not going to show up. You know why? Because they weren't sure that they wanted to book and they don't have anything to lose. So once you put money on the line and they can lose money, then they're going to show up. So your consequences should be the almighty dollar. When they are getting their nails done and you see that a problem is coming up, right? A problem is coming from somewhere, you know, maybe you drilled their hands a little bit and they say, oh, that hurts so bad. Oh my God. And you just look like that's a little bit dramatical for just getting a little nip. I mean, some people are sensitive, but some people are just extra, right? And then, you know, they probably just keep going on and on about the little nip, or just keep going on and on and on. As a nail tech, you got to look at it like, okay, how far am I in this process? Am I at the end where she's washing and I'm going to like polish and put her through my door? Or am I at the beginning where I could just stop the process right now, cut them tips off, and baby, you got to go. You have to analyze your process and realize, do I need to get paid or do I need to return this deposit? Right? So another thing you need to do with these clients is analyze your situation. If you already got the acrylic on and you at the end, then you just have to deal with it and deal with it. But you have to remind them of your consequence page. Now, once the acrylic is on and you're almost done, I don't know too many more consequences because you have finished the set. The consequence there is you wouldn't have to pay me for the set, and I don't care about the designs, and I could just deduct what a plain set would cost without polish. Right? Or a consequence could be, let me cut this off and you get up on out of here. But other than that, at the end, so you have to really nip stuff in the bud from the beginning so you don't really get to the end to where they don't want to pay you, because if they don't want to pay you, then it's going to be an issue. Now, also remember to always keep your professionalism all times, right? Because that is what separates you as a professional nail tech from just a nail tech that's just not making money. Once you are professional, they feel good to bring their mom, their aunt, that cousin that probably wouldn't come to a person with a little establishment. They will start advertising your business for you. But if you are unprofessional, I don't care how good you do nails, people are not going to be coming back, because when somebody's sitting in front of you, they want to feel comfortable. Doing nails, doing hair is all about being pampered, right? This is supposed to be a situation where I'm enjoying doing this. I'm enjoying relaxing with my nail tech, getting my nails done. I'm happy, right? I can talk about stuff. I can be relaxed. You know, this is something I look forward to. It shouldn't feel like, how long this girl gonna take because I really don't like her. She do some good nails, but let me just get up on out of here. It shouldn't have to be like that. And if your client should feel like that, then they don't need to be coming to you to do nails, and you don't even need to be doing them, because you don't need the stress and they don't need the stress. Go find somebody else who make y'all both happy. For all this, if all I've taught you in this video, nothing works for you, and a client just decide to be disrespectful and just call you, it's like, yo, or you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? And it's to that point, you let them know that, listen, I have the right to refuse your service, and I am going to call whoever I need to call to get your ass up on out of here. And that's done. Ain't gonna no more nails gonna be doing. We are done for the day. And I might not even get your deposit back, because at this point, girl, you already just violated me and disrespect me in my place of business. Okay, but anyways, you get them the deposit back, because you always get a deposit back, because guess what, at the end of the day, you're trying to make money. You don't care about $20. You're trying to make money. So if they're going to be disrespectful, you get them that money back and tell them, get up on out of here. Get up on out of here. And as soon as you tell them that, it's just something about telling people they got to leave. You tell them they got to leave, now they want to stay and be good. If you tell them, listen, I can't do your nails, now they want to be good. Now they making all these excuses to stay and make you feel like you're the bad person for refusing their service, when they're the ones that's really the, you know what I'm saying, trying to disturb your peace. So, dealing with crazy clients, it's hard, but you have to learn how to do it and do it the correct way. All right. So let them know you have the right to refuse their service. And if you have to call the police or call whoever you got to call, if you got to call your boyfriend or husband to drag them up out of there, or the shop owner drag them up out under there, or they have to go to another nail tech in the salon, then you do what you got to do. But at least you'll still have your peace. Ain't nothing like your peace. I've had clients disturb me. Well, I've had this one client disturb me. I haven't done her nails in the past 5 years. And this one client disturbed me so bad to where I couldn't do nails for a week. If somebody disturbed you to where you can't do nails for a week, then that was a bad client. And I told myself I would never, ever, after that experience, let anybody take advantage of me again. And ever since that day, how bad that client was and the situation I had, I don't let nobody slide. If stuff is not working out in the beginning, I nip it in the bud and tell you I can't do it. I can't do it. And I don't feel bad about it, because guess what? End of the day, I'm going to keep my peace. I'm going to keep my peace because I have other people after you and I need to make money. So I'd rather not do you, for you to go and just leave me be and you go somewhere else where you can disturb somebody else, than disturb me and then I'm messed up for a week. It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen again. And they put it in the bud. And that's why I'm telling you how to deal with these crazy clients. Now, if the situation get out of control to where maybe you have an issue with their nails, maybe 2-3 weeks later, and they just trying to be assholes, or maybe the nail broke, or some situation that just might have come up that's not your fault, right? But because you know how disturbing they are, you probably don't even want to fix it for them, because you're not even trying to see them again. They might start blowing up your phone. Guess what you do? You block them. You block them and you save them. Do not delete this from your phone. Don't delete these crazy people from your phone, because they'll call you from another number and then they'll disturb you. What you do, you block them and you put in your phone, do not answer this crazy, disturbing client ever. Because see, sometimes we end up changing our phones and we'll have our contacts come back in our phones and we won't know. And then maybe like a year or two later, this client, they realize they done messed around with all the nail techs and they want to come back to you because they realize that you did good work and you weren't such a bad person. And they'll call you and you probably won't even remember them, right? Because it's been so long ago, you won't remember them. And they hear this, they show up. Hey, Jules, how you doing? And you be like, oh, I just let the devil back in my presence. So, to avoid a situation like that, you block them and you put, do not ever answer this crazy client ever again. And that's how you get rid of them. All right. And anytime they call you from another phone, you block that too. You block all that. Now, I don't know how many phones they're going to be able to call you from. I would say maximum maybe 4. So you just be prepared to block them. If you got to block them on Facebook, you block them. Block them on Instagram, you block them. You just block them. Okay? Get rid of them and don't think about it. Don't think about it. Just think about it as business and you save yourself from being disturbed. All right. Last but not least, and while doing this video, I was thinking if this is something I wanted to mention. But for a new nail tech or somebody that's even been in the game for a minute, the most disturbing client that you will ever have is another nail tech. Another nail tech will be your worst client. Now, in my years of doing nails, I have done a few nail techs. And I can tell you, not all of them are disturbing. Some of them, they don't do nails as good as you do. So they'll come and get their nails done because they like your work. And they genuinely just like you and, they're good people. And then you have other nail techs that come to steal or look at your technique, see what products you're using, to see how you do stuff. It's almost like getting a little training session, but they're getting their nails done instead of paying for the class. And then you have the nail techs that are just haters, like real haters, that will just come to you just to disturb your peace. See what you about, see what you're doing, just to disturb your peace. And they come for a French manicure, and you do a French manicure, and the French manicure look nice, and then they're like, oh, I don't like how you do it like that. And you're like, okay, well, I already put the acrylic, how are you going to go get the polish now? Well, you know, I do nails, and when I do nails, I don't do it like this. And when I do nails, I don't do it like that. And why you don't use a nipper instead of the scissors? And why you don't use this bit instead of that? And why you don't do this instead of that? Let me tell you something. Don't let another nail tech pressure you. Because if you ask her, can I see your page? She probably won't even show you her page. Because her answer is going to be like, well, I don't do nails now, but I used to do nails a while back, a long time ago. And when we did it, we didn't do... That's it right there. You're trying to control the narrative because you are a nail tech. If you are a nail tech and you're going to another nail tech for service, if you're not going to be nice and just relax and trust the process, don't go. Like I always say, if you are a nail tech, do your damn nails yourself. Don't go to another nail tech and stress them out, because at the end of the day, we are all people and we are all here trying to make money. So if you're going to go to another nail tech and stress that nail tech out, then you're dead wrong, and you need to just do your own damn nails. All right? Dealing with another nail tech could be one of the hardest things a new nail tech or even an old nail tech has to deal with, because once a client tell me that they are a nail tech, I'm listening for it, right? I'm listening for it. I am listening for it. But like I said, not all nail techs are bad, okay? Because some nail techs, they genuinely want their nails done. They like how you do nails, and you'll be good. But there are a few that are controlling, and they want to control the narrative because they do nails. Those nail techs are the ones that you have to bring out your rules on them. Bring your rules out from the beginning. Be like, listen, this is how I do nails. You know, you don't just say it in a bad way, like, oh, this is how I do nails, and if you don't like it that you got to go. You don't say it in that way, right? You say it in a more peaceful way, a more calm way, and you be like, okay, I'm glad that you knew nails, so you know, okay, this is how it is done, but this is my technique and this is how I do it, right? And if you have a problem with how I do nails, then I'm going to have to ask you to leave, because I don't feel like it's going to work out between the both of us, and I do not want to be in an uncomfortable situation or an uncomfortable position while I'm doing your nails, because I want my clients to be satisfied. So if how I'm doing it is not how you want me to do it, then I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to be doing your nails today. All right, so anyways, that's just how I might say it. You know, it depends how professional I am that particular day, but you might say it another way. But like I said, bring out your rules on them and let them know you have the right to refuse anybody's service, all right, who are not in coordinates with what your rules and regulation are for your business. So like and subscribe to the Business Nail Jules Nails by Gal Jules Nails.